So welcome to the new question. In this question, the question is you have to reduce n number to 1. How? So what is the question is? So the question is you have to reduce n number to 1. Okay. So how you can solve? And first, so you have to just reach out what is the condition. The condition is simple. Condition is simple. The condition is very simple. 1 second. The condition is very simple. You have to given n each. You have to given number n. Okay, you have to given number n. Okay, and you have to reduce this number to 1. But in the case of even, you have to reduce with number with 2. Like if n is equal to 4, you can divide with 2 only. Okay, you can divide with 2 only. But in the case of odd, like 5, you can take only -1 step and you can take only +1 step to reduce the number into 1. So this is our case. Okay, so how you can solve this case? So first I'm just explaining the question very clearly. Just like if you take n equal to 7 and you take n equal to 8. Okay, so you have to reduce this number to 1. Okay, so in the case of odd, you can take only 2 steps. You can take -1, you can take +1. But in case of even, you can take only single step. You just divide this number with 2. You can only divide this number with 2, and you divide with 2, then you find out 4, and you divide this again, then you find out 2, and you divide this again, then you find out 1. Okay, so you take how many steps? You take 1 2 3 steps to reduce this number to 1. Okay, but in case of this odd, you have 2 steps. Like you can add this one and you can reduce this with -1. Okay, so when you add this one with, then you got 8, and you reduce this with 1, then you got 6. Okay, and when you just again find out, then you have to just divide with 2 and you got 4. Okay, you divide this 2 again and you got 2. Okay, and you just divide 2 with again and then you got 1. Okay, so you take how many steps? 1 2 and 3. So you take 4 steps, 1 2 3 4, to reduce this number to 1. And in case of even, you just take how many steps? 1 step, 2 3 4, 2 3 4. Okay, and then you just divide this number with 2, then you take 2 and only 1. Okay, so you take more step as compared to in the term of -1. Okay, so you take a more step. No, you take 1 2 3 4 step. You take 4 step here and you take 4 step here. So okay, so in the case of -1 and +1, you take both cases, but this is not a good case because this is take more step. 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 3 4 5. 1 1 1 2 1 1 2 3. 1 second. This will take 1 step, this will take 2 steps, this will take 3 steps, this will take 4 steps, this will take 2. So here also you take 5 steps, and here also 1 2 3 4 5. So everywhere you take 5 steps. Okay, so in the term of reducing to 1. Okay, so this is your step. So what is your approach to solving this question? First, I have to understand the conditions. Like in odd case you have 2 steps, like -1 +1. So which step is better for you? You have to decide according to our condition. But in even case, you don't decide. You have to just divide this number by 2. You just divide this number by 2 to reducing this number to 1. Okay. But in odd case, you have two steps. Like you can take minus, you can take plus. How you can decide this step? I am going to explain how you can decide. I'm going to explain how you can decide. So if you take any number like 4x plus 1 type, I am taking this type, 4x plus 2, 4x plus 3. Then in this number, 4x plus 1 and 4x plus 3 is odd, and 4x and 4x plus 2 is even. So it will take only one step. Like you have to divide this number with 2, and you got 2x. And in case you got 2x plus 1. Okay, but what you have to do in this case? You have 2 options. You can take -1, you can take +1. In this case also you have 2 options. You can take -1, you can take +1. So which type of step you have to take it? You take which type of step? In this case? You can take -1 or you can take +1. So how you can decide that? What is better for us? Which is better for us? Okay, which step is taking more minimum step to reduce the number to 1? Which step is better? So I'm going to explain the first case. I'm going to explain the both cases, like this case and this case. Okay, so 4x plus 1 and 4x plus 3. So the first step is 4x plus 1. And second step is 4x plus 3. So I'm going to explain 4x plus 1. Which step is better for 4x plus 1? In 4x plus 1, you have 2 steps, -1 plus 1. So which step you have to take it? Okay, which step you have to take it? So in the term of 4x plus, you can take 2 steps, -1 plus 1. 1 second, I'm just write this again. 4x plus 1. Okay, so you take -1 and you take +1. Okay, in this case, when you take -1, then you reach at 4x, and in this case you reach 4x plus 2, and in this case you reach 2x, in this case you reach x, because you have to divide this because this is even. In this case also you have to divide 2x, you get 2x plus 1, then you have to decrease with 1 and plus 1, you have two options. In this case you got 2x and you got 2x plus 2. In this case you just divide this number with 2, then you got x, and this also you have to divide this number with 2 because this is your even case. Okay, and what case is even, so you have to divide this number with 2. Okay, this is your step. Okay, but the thing is this x is advantageous or this x plus 1 is advantageous. What do you mean by advantageous? Like you have number x comma x plus 1. Which number takes a minimum step to reduce this number to 1? Which takes a minimum step to convert this number to 1? Okay, which step is better? Which is good? Which is better? Which takes a minimum step to reducing itself to 1? Which step? So if you take x equal to 15, then x plus 1 is 16. Okay, so which number takes a minimum step to reduce itself to 1? Like if you take 15, if you take 16, then it will take 2, then it will take 4, then it will take 2, then it will take 1. Okay, so it takes 1, 2, 3, 4. It will take only 1. It will take only 1, 2, 3, 4 step. It will take only 4 step. Okay, it will take only 1 step, 2 step, 3 step, 4 step. Okay, it will take only 4 step to reduce this number to 1. Okay, but in case of this, it takes a more step as compared to 16, because it convertible to 16, takes a one extra space to convert this into 16. So x is not advantageous, x plus 1 is advantageous. Why? Because it takes a minimum step. Like if 2 3 1 2 3 4. Okay, so this will take a more step and this will take a minimum. This will take a minimum step and this will take a more step. So x plus 1 is advantageous. Okay, as compared to x and x plus 1. Okay, so if you so you cannot decide that x is advantageous or x plus 1 is advantageous, because in this case, which is your advantageous? So sorry, in this case, which is your advantageous? In this case, this is normal, that this is a simple thing, that which is advantageous. You can't decide which is advantageous. Like in this case also, like if n is 8 and this is 9, because this is x and this is x plus 1. Okay, so in this case, which is advantageous? You can't decide, because this take only 1, 2, 3. This will take only 3 steps, and this will take how many steps? This will increase +1, -1, then you take reach at 10, then you take reach at 8. So it takes more step as compared to x. So you can't decide now. You can't decide x is advantageous, x plus 1 is advantageous. So what type of condition you have to put it? So you can't decide that x is advantageous or x plus 1 is advantageous. So if suppose if x is advantageous, then it will take only 3 steps to reduce this number to x. It will take only 3 steps to reduce this number to x. So -1 will be better approach if x is advantageous. -1 step is better approach for this condition if x is advantageous, because it takes only 3 steps. But when you take +1, it takes 4 steps. At the time of -1 step, 1 second, at the time of -1 step, what I'm saying is, 1 second, if x is advantageous, then -1 will take only 3 steps. Okay, if x is advantageous, then +1 will take 4 steps. Okay, so which is better? This is better. Okay, but if x plus 1 is our advantage, then -1 will take 4 steps. How? X plus 1 by this condition, and x is take also 4 steps. So when you take +1, okay, if x plus 1 is advantage, so which is better? This -1 will be better, no? Because it takes 3 steps in the case of -1. It takes +1, it takes 4 steps in the case of -1. But in the term of x plus 1, both are same. But in case of -1, in case of x is advantageous, this is better. So which is better? This better, na? Because in case of -1, in case of x is advantage, this will perform a better. In case of x plus 1, this performs same. But which is better? This will better, because it follow the both conditions. Okay, so I hope you understand. So this is your approach. So, but in case of, this is your 4x plus 1 case. Okay, this is your 4x plus 1 case. But what you have to do in case of 4x plus 3? So you just decrease this value with -1, and you have just increased this value with 4x plus 1, and then you got 4x plus 2, and this is, you got 4x plus 4, and then also you have to just divide this value with 2, because this is your even case. Then 2x plus 1. Then also you have to take 2 steps, like 2x plus 2 and 2x plus 3. So 2x plus 2 also, sorry, you have 2 steps, like you can decrease this value with 2, 1. So you got 2x, you got 2x plus 2, and then this is your even, though you got, so you got x, and also you got x plus 1. Okay, in this case you have only one option, you get 2x plus 2, and also you get one option, because this is even, this is even also, because this is even also. So you got 2 steps, you got only n by 2. Here you just decrease this value, here you just increase this value. So in this case, if, so in this case, what type of things you have to do? In this case, if x is advantageous, then -1 step will take how many steps? -1 will take only 4 steps to reach the x, if x is advantageous. Okay, but if x is advantageous, then +1 will take how many steps? +1 will take how many steps? +1 will take only 4 steps if x is advantageous. But if x plus 1 is advantageous, then then -1 will take how many steps? Then -1 will take only 4 steps. But if x plus 1 is advantageous, then +1 will take only 3 steps. So which is better? According to normal human, according to normal condition, according to normal approach, you decide every time x plus 1 plus 1 is better. Why? Because it takes 3, because it takes in the term of x plus 1. If x plus 1 is advantageous, then it takes only 3 steps, and +1 and -1 will take 4 steps at the time of x plus 1. If x plus 1 is advantageous, then it will take more steps. If we take -1 step, if we take +1 step, then it will take 3 steps. So it takes minimum step. But at the time of, when x is advantageous, then both will take a same step. So what type of step you have to decide? You decide this step +1. Why? Because this will better in both step. This will give a better answer in the both step. Okay, so what you get finally? So you get finally the two things, like if x is odd, like 4x plus 3, if x is odd and your number is like 4x plus 3 type, then you have to increase the value n equal to n plus 1. And when your number is like 4x plus 1, then you have to decrease this value n minus 1. Okay, so this is our final approach. And when this number n is odd, when number is even, then you have to just decrease this value with n by 2. Okay, but there are some edge case. The edge case is what? The edge case is like if n equal to 3. If n equal to 3, then you have to just always decrease with 1. Why? Because you cannot add this value, because this rule will follow here, but this rule will not follow here. Why? Because this is your edge case. In the term of, you have to decide only -1. You cannot increase this value with 1. You have to decrease this value with 2, because it takes only 2 steps. When you increase this value, it takes 3 steps. Why? 2 and 2, 1, 1, 2, 3. It takes 3 steps, and at that step you take only 2 steps. When you decrease this 3 with 1. Okay, so in the term of 3, this is your edge case. This is your base case or edge case. Okay, so now we are going to code this problem. Okay, so this is your approach. So we take int count equal to 0 and int result equal to 0. Then we just check if n is not equal to 1. Okay, till we have to do operation like what? If n %2 equal to 0, then what we have to do? We have to decrease this and divide by 2. And then else if n, else if else if n equal to 3. This is your edge case. In that time n equal to n minus 3. Okay, in that time n equal to n minus 1. Okay, else if the number is like 4x plus 3 type. Else if the number is like 4x plus 3 type. Okay, we just check by n percent 4 equal to 3. If number is this type, then what you have to do, you have to just take n equal to n minus 1, n plus 1. Okay, in this case you just take and you have to just increase this value. Okay, because this will better. Okay, but in the case of n percentage 4 equal to 1, what you have to do, you have to take n equal to n minus 1. Okay, and the last condition, result plus plus. Why? Because it will tell that how many steps you take to reach 1 from n to 1. Okay, at the end we are just return this result. Okay, so this is your answer and I'm going to run it. It's accepted, submitted. Oh, sorry, this will not follow the edge case. Why? 1 second. Why this will not count edge case? Somewhere I am just made a mistake. Okay, I'll just increase this value and we are taking n equal to n by 2, and in the case of n percentage 4 equal to 3. One second. So like, let's take that why we are getting error. This is while loop, this is return. I think we are getting time limit is exceeded. This problem, how we can reduce this problem? We have to take long. Why? Because the limit of this number will increased because we take a many step. Okay, so we have to just submit it, because when we just increase the values, then it will increase the limit of the int. Like the limit of int is 2 to the power 32 to 2 to the power minus 32. Okay, so the limit will be increased, which is 32 bytes. Okay, so this is the correct answer. So thank you so much for watching my video. Thank you so much.